Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. Now today I'm bringing you some domination gameplay on WMD, as you can see, and I'm using the MP5k. Now, when I decide to rush on WMD, I always like to stick to the right hand side of the map, as you can see here, the side opposite to B, because there's a lot more cover, there's a lot more places you can quickly dive around corners to survive gunfights, and there's a lot more places to catch people unawares, and you see that quite nicely through the rest of this gameplay as that guy gets a shank in the face. But you know, this is quite a nice rushing gameplay. It's pretty interesting to watch. I go on an absolute tear after my first death. You know, I have a great little run with MP5k, and I pick up the WA2000 and go pretty mad with that as well at close range. So I think it's a gameplay you're going to enjoy. But you know, I've come on today with nothing really to talk about, because it's the first time I've actually really done a commentary coming on just with perhaps very little, you know, in my head ready to talk about. Because what I normally do when I want to record a commentary is I have like a little post-it note in front of me with 3 or 4 bullet points on it to like areas to discuss, and then I just let the commentary flow from there. Because I never really script commentary, because I feel if you do script it, it seems a little bit too robotic. Even when I'm doing a trailer analysis video and you've got to really get your facts down, what I'll do is for each clip I'm going to analyse, I'll write like 2 or 3 things down and then just let the analysis flow around that naturally. And if it's a point that's really important to remember, you'll remember it anyway, so there's no real point to scripting. So if you're interested in how I do commentaries, there's a little bit of an insight. But I suppose there is one thing I can talk about: FIFA 12. Now, if you're a big FIFA fan, you should know by now that the web app was supposed to be released yesterday. And like many people around the world, I was sitting there keenly waiting at 5 PM, ready to get my my 2 first packs. You know, I'm ready to start my FIFA 12 Ultimate Team. But as always with EA, they really cocked it up. I mean, the servers crashed pretty much on 5 o'clock. So unless you were very lucky to get in before the massive rush started, the chances are you didn't get in at all. And the servers are still down as we speak today. And I think I'm recording this at 2:10, and I still haven't been able to get on the FIFA 12 Ultimate Team app when it was meant to be released at 5 o'clock last afternoon. So it just goes to show what a massive pile of cock EA really are sometimes. And I've got another little example for you of how bad EA can be. Now, a few of you might have heard this before. I think I might have done this in a commentary in the darkest depths of time. But for most of you who are probably a little bit new to the channel since I've done this commentary, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if I did do it, so I'll run through it again. But my dealings with EA over my FIFA 11 Ultimate Team. Now, as some of you will know, I got hacked in FIFA 11. I lost an Ultimate Team which had Vidic, Fat Frank up front, you know, Edin Dzeko 85, you know, a really good Ultimate Team, and I got hacked, and I still have no idea how I got hacked. You know, I didn't enter my password into some dodgy website or anything like that. So before people say, oh, you must have entered it into a website, I'm not that stupid. I don't go onto a website that goes, oh, free message for everyone that enters their Ultimate Team details here, and enter it, because I'm not a complete and utter klutz. So I'm not going to do that, and I didn't do that. So I seriously have very little idea of how this got hacked and how I lost my Ultimate Team account. But you know, I did lose it, and it took EA 4 months of me constantly going to them and saying, I've lost my Ultimate Team, what can you do? Is there anything you can do? 4 months of that before they sent me an email saying, be careful with your password. It took them 4 months to do that email. You know, I gave them my details 4 or 5 times. I sent them email after email. I went on to the live support time after time after time. It was just awful. It was the customer service EA get, and the customer service EA give out is just woeful. I'm sorry, but there's no other word to describe it. I mean, eventually I sent them an incredibly snotty email. I mean, it was basically along the lines of, I've been treated like an absolute scumbag, considering I went out of my way to spend 50 quid on a game that now I can't play one of the best bits of because I got hacked, and you seem not to be honest, to care about it. I managed to get, I think it was 20% off every purchase from the EA store forever, so that's a good lesson for you. If you have been wronged, and you have evidence of you being wronged, I mean, I had the evidence of tens and tens of emails, support requests that practically EA just ignored, so I managed to show them that, and they were really apologetic in the end, and they managed to give me a discount code for 20% off. So that's always a good lesson. If you have been wronged by a big corporation, send them in a snotty email. Don't be aggressive. Don't like F and blind, but just be very plain to say that you know, you've been wronged, and this is totally out of order, and this isn't good enough for a corporation like EA, and they will often bend over backwards to make sure that they avoid any negative publicity. But back to Ultimate Team. I mean, what were EA expecting? It's the first day of FIFA 12 Ultimate Team. Of course it's going to be a high traffic day. I mean, people were really looking forward to getting their Ultimate Team started today. I mean, I know I was. Because if you didn't know, you got 2 free packs if you'd had an Ultimate Team since, I think, August 16th this year. So if you created an Ultimate Team before that, you were going to get free packs. And every day you logged onto the web app, you were going to get more coins and mini packs and everything. So even before the game got released, you could have had quite a tidy little squad. So you could really launch into it properly when on release day. But once again, EA totally ballsed up. I mean, they must have not done any extra consideration on the servers, because the servers literally crashed at about 1 minute past 5. I tried about 5 on the dot and it didn't work, so I thought, oh, you know what, I'll give it a couple of minutes. Perhaps, you know, they were a little bit delayed. I went on about 10 past and it said, I'm sorry, we are experiencing far more than usual traffic and the servers can't cope, please try again in 30 seconds. And then it's approaching 24 hours now. It's 21 hours later. 21 hours later, they still haven't pulled the finger out, and it's just not acceptable. I mean, for a company the size of EA to be quite so useless at this sort of thing, it really is. It's abysmal. But hey-oh, what are you going to do? I'm going to just keep trying to get on this Ultimate Team thing today, because what I was originally going to do, I was going to do what Sam 5000 was trying to do last night, and record the live pack openings, but the chances of that happening now are very slim, because I have absolutely no idea when I'm finally going to be allowed on this website. So it'll just take me days really to keep trying and getting the recording ready and keep trying and that. So I'm going to knock that on the head. However, you can be guaranteed that I'm going to bring loads of FIFA 12 Ultimate Team content for you guys. You know, I really enjoy Ultimate Team. It's actually a game that doesn't get me to rage that often. You know, it's a company that I rage at, but I never really rage at FIFA that much, so it's a good relaxation game after Call of Duty. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the slightly off-the-cuff commentary today. The gameplay was a pretty nice one. I think the final score was 44-5, you know, me charging around that with an MP5k, and later me charging around that with a WA2000, so I really hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, please rate and comment as always, and as always guys, have a fantastic day.